Hello, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be a palette throwback video, and it is with, let me grab it, the Dose of Colors Golden Hour eyeshadow palette. This is what the eyeshadow palette looks like swatched out. So it's just another one of those like 5-pan palettes from Dose of Colors. That these are their like regular range of palettes, but this one has shimmers and metallics, unlike I feel like a majority of them are just all matte monochromatic ones, but they also have like full color stories, and this is one of them. In fact, I think this is their most recent 5-pan palette. It came out, I think it came out early 2022. So this is probably my newest of all of the palettes in this palette throwback series, which is basically me just featuring all of my oldest eyeshadow palettes. These are pretty much all palettes that I bought in like the first year of my makeup purchasing, which was like mid 2021 to mid 2022. So I'm gonna do a look with this, and I'm going for a little picnic today, so I think this is really fitting. But I'm not sure if I'll be using all of the shades in this palette. I feel like I probably could very easily. But first, as always, I'm gonna start with my eyeshadow primer. How have you guys been? I'm not exactly sure what order I'm uploading all of these videos in, but this is the first one that I'm filming in like over a week now. In fact, at the time of filming this, I haven't even uploaded a video in a week, so it's been a while, and that's because life is just as always, I feel like I don't even need to say this, but life has been crazy. And I feel like the past 3 weeks or so, I've been out of town like more than I've been in town, like at home. So things have just been very busy for me. I'm also starting to get really behind on my panning goals because every time I've gone out of town the past 3 weeks, or even like I celebrated my birthday with a friend yesterday, and we went straight from like, I was doing kind of like a massage spa-ish day, but it was just a massage, straight to dinner. So I literally had, I'm not even kidding, it took me so long to find parking that by the time I finally parked, I had 3 minutes to do my hair and makeup. I'm gonna start by putting this middle shade, which is called Horizon, all over both my eyes. Yeah, by the time I finally parked, I had 3 minutes to do my hair and makeup, and I was able to do my makeup in 2 minutes because I literally just like used that little travel makeup bag. I had it with me, and I was out the door. Anyway, that's pretty much like, if I've been doing my makeup the past 3 weeks, most of the time it's been with that, and absolutely nothing from that makeup bag is in a project. So I'm very, very behind on almost all of my panning goals, but that's life, you know? You have to live life first and then worry about your projects. Now I'm gonna take this deepest brown in the palette called Silhouette. I'm like reading all these names upside down. But just doing a basic look. I'm gonna put it in my outer corner. Ugh, I love Dose of Colors eyeshadows. They're such a good formula. Like, I've never had even the palette from Dose of Colors that I feel like has the lowest quality formula is still a good quality palette. And I also think that, of course, these like warm brown tones flatter my skin tone because I have like warm yellow undertones. So these like golden eyeshadows kind of just, unless I really mess up, they kind of just are pretty easy to use and like will always flatter my skin tone. So if I ever like need to just make sure I look good like for a special occasion, I usually use tones like these. And I think just so that I use all the shades, I'm gonna use that final matte here called Canyon and just put it on my lower lash line. But I'm gonna have to be very careful because, as always, I did my face makeup before filming, so I'm gonna take this like outer corner or I use it for my outer corner, but this same brush, and I'm gonna use it to kind of like stamp it on my lower lash line. This probably looks crazy. And these shadows are really, really powdery, but fortunately, I don't feel like I really have any fallout. Okay, now I'm gonna put this glitter primer on my eyes. And for all over my lid, I'm gonna use this shade called Sunset. Sorry if you can hear Roxy giving herself a bath. Oh my god, this shade is so pretty. I remember like before I had ever used this palette, I kind of bought it just because at that time I was still in my like makeup collecting phase, and I was like, well, I have to have all the 5-pan palettes from Dose of Colors, but I was genuinely thinking for some reason that this was going to be my least favorite out of all of the like matte and shimmer palettes from Dose of Colors. And then when I tried it, I mean, I love all of them. I don't really have a favorite or least favorite. But I was like shocked by how much I really, really loved it and like how special the shades were. I kind of just thought like, because it's not one of those like super like punchy indie brands, like typically their shades aren't, sorry, I got distracted by that dust, but like typically their shades aren't like super like pout in your face, like I don't know, Danessa Myricks or I don't know, Bella Beauty Bar. I just wasn't expecting that level of like impact from these shimmers, but they're really, really pretty. They're so like glittery and sparkly, but like not chunky glittery. It's very good quality. I'm very out of practice with my filming, so sorry, you probably can tell, but I don't really know what I'm saying. But anyway, on my inner corner, I'm gonna use the shade Sunrise. Yeah, these shades are just so incredibly pretty and special. I feel like if I didn't have so many eyeshadow palettes, I would be wearing this one all the time. Alas, I do, and I'm trying to work on that, but I was really excited when I like looked at my list of all the palettes that I'm gonna feature for this series. I saw this and I was like, oh, I have to do that one this month. The effect, not the shades, but the effect that I get from these shadows is very similar to the effect that I get from the Kaleidos palette, the Sashimi City palette, and that's one of my most complimented palettes. It's really, really beautiful, and I feel like I get the exact same kind of feel and look from this one as well. So that's the finished look. I'm gonna put on my eyeliner and mascara and be right back. Here's my final look with the Dose of Colors Golden Hour palette. Again, this is what it looks like. So as always, I'm very happy with this look. Hopefully you can see it well in this lighting. It's another very gloomy day, so it kind of just looks dark in here, but who knows what it's gonna look like once I get it through the editing software. Somehow it just like magically fixes everything. It's not AI, it just like balances the lighting to what it's supposed to be, like true tone. Anyway, I'm just looking at myself in the mirror. I love this. I think it is so beautiful, but it's still like, it's not super colorful. Like it's literally all just like neutral tones. So I feel like I can get away with wearing this anywhere. Like, oh, this is just like my everyday makeup, you know? But yeah, that's all with the Golden Hour palette. A really good throwback. I'm pretty sure this is still available on Dose of Colors or the Dose of Colors website. They're currently having a 50% off like birthday sale. Who knows if by the time I upload this it'll still be going on, but yeah, you can get this 50% off and I highly recommend it. This video is not about selling anything, but I just think it's so beautiful, like surprisingly beautiful, that you should not overlook this palette if you really like these tones. So that's all I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna get my fruits and cheeses ready and be on my way. I'll see you in my next video, and until then, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.